with PJ's Glass Creations. You want to learn how to make some quick and easy Halloween earrings? These ghost earrings take no time at all, and they're sure to get noticed. Follow me, and you can make some too. To make the earrings, I am going to use just a scrap of white, and I'm going to make it 1 inch, a strip that's 1 inch long, 1 inch wide. And then using my ruler, I'm going to mark every 1/2 inch. My ruler, I'm going to get it where I can see my marks. This is a well-used ruler. Some of my marks are wearing off. So remember, I started on this end. Now I'm going to turn it around, and on that end, this end is where I started. I'm going to move over 1/4 of an inch. Because remember, this is a 1/2, and we want to be halfway between that. That's 1/4. So I'm going to mark here 1/4. Then I'm going to mark every 1/2 inch, starting at that 1/4 mark. And what that does is it puts this mark halfway between these marks. So if I were to draw some lines, I get a whole bunch of triangles out of one piece of glass. And that last one's, this is not a 1/2 inch, and this is not either. So we are not going to use those. But I am going to cut all of these triangles. You can see how many ghost earrings I can get out of just one little scrap. And then I'm going to break them all going one direction. You can see I'm kind of cutting 2 at a time. Then I'm going to go back and cut these 2 triangles in half, or break these 2 triangles in half. I can't get that one to break. I'll do it later. You can see on a couple of them, the corner is broken off. It doesn't matter because we are going to round these corners off on the grinder. And then I'm going to use my grinder and kind of take a divot right here and a divot right there. And that's what kind of makes it look squiggly. So I'm going to take them to the grinder and I'll be right back. All right, I'm not going to show you me making all those pairs of earrings. You only need to see it on one. So here is one that I have ground. You can see that I rounded off the top. I took a divot right here and another small divot here, and that's what kind of gave it that squiggly look. We don't want just a plain old triangular ghost. And then on the back side, it's going to be a 1/2 inch square. So I'm going to measure 1/2 inch. And again, you can do this on your Morton system or your, what's it called, beetle bits, I think. Man, this ruler is so bad. So I got 3 squares out of that. Obviously, for all those earrings, I would need more, but I'm just showing you on one. All right, I have my 2 squares, and on these, I am going to use my grinder and just kind of make two of the edges a little concave like that. So I will take those to the grinder and be right back. I have ground my pieces and now I just need to assemble my ghosts. I have some super glue here I'm using. You can use whatever glue works for you, glass tack, Elmer's glue. If you are using a super glue, make sure it's not a gel. And you can see that I kind of took a divot out of each of these. And what that does is it kind of gives it more of a look of arms if you were to layer it like this. So I'm going to put 1 drop of glue, maybe, here it goes, on each of these. And glue them on. And then the final thing I need to do is add the eyes. I am using a black enamel. You could use a glass line paint. You could do it after the fact with a permanent marker if you needed to. But I'm going to add the eyes. And I have this little dotting tool I got on Amazon. I think if you Google or input in the search bar on Amazon paint dotting tool, you'll get this. And I'm just going to add my eyes. And I try to make sure that they're both about the same. And I also tap off any extra so I don't get a giant puddle. I think I maybe got a giant puddle in that one. We'll see. In fact, I know I did. What happens if you get a giant puddle is that it spreads. You don't want that. I still got a giant puddle. And if they're not exact, don't worry about it. You can always fix it before you put it in the kiln. What I'm going to do to make the enamels dry is stick it in the toaster oven. I keep one in my workshop just for that reason. And I'm going to put it at about 150 degrees for about 10 minutes. That'll set the enamel or dry the enamel. It won't set it. And then I can use a toothpick if my eyes aren't quite the same size, and I can even them up. So I will do that. Be back in a sec. My ghosts are out of the oven, and you can see that yes, these did puddle a little bit, and they're definitely bigger than the eyes of this other ghost. So I'm just going to use a toothpick, and once it's dry, you can kind of scrape off any excess that you have. So you get it kind of the same as the other one. All right, my ghosts are ready. I'm going to pop them in the kiln at a TACK fuse temperature, and then all we have to do is put some jewelry findings on it, and we'll have some really simple, cute ghost earrings for Halloween. See you in the morning when they're out of the kiln. My ghosts are out of the kiln, and you can see that the arms kind of stick out, but there's still some dimension to them. And all I need to do now is just make them into earrings. So I have used these little earring bails. I'm sure you can get them just about anywhere. Amazon, jewelry stores, any of the glass stores. And I have two different kinds of wires. The first wires I have are really long wires. So like I have hair that doesn't show any earrings when I wear it. So I like to wear the long ones. And the other earring wires I have are just your standard wires. And all I've done is attach that bail to it. And I'm using E6000. You can use what works for you. Put a little bit on there. And then, actually I think I'm gonna I'll use these. Just stick it on there, let it dry. And your ghost earrings are done. I'll lay it on the black so you can see it. Have fun. Happy Halloween.